Breaking news. Guys, look at this. It's Jake from Minnesota. Guess where we're at?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. We were on a secret mission. We came up here. Jake is gonna take us to Lake Mille Lacs. We're gonna do summer tour round 2, except a new focus. We're going after giant muskie. We're gonna hit a small muskie lake today, get the feet wet, you know, probably reel in 15 or 20, you know, no big deal. And then tomorrow we're gonna be on the big water chasing a 50+ incher.
That's right.
Jake, words of advice. Fears. Give me a fear.
Fear, Nick falls in the lake and gets hypothermia. That is a very real possibility.
Okay, goal.
Goal, 1 muskie over 50. That would be, I mean, we'll catch a bunch under in the 30 range, but 1 muskie over 50 would be unbelievable. And it's perfect, snow is falling. The closer you get to ice, the better the muskie fishing.
Oh, it's gonna be great. Nick? Thank you. Okay, guys, all right, so what we're gonna do, this is gonna be great. Okay, stay tuned. We're on our way up. We're on the last stretch of the drive. We drove some of it last night. Nick and I were jamming out to a little Latino music, dancing in the car. I think this is gonna be a good one, guys. We're starting on good vibes.
Yeah, that's water.
Yeah, that's water. Yeah.
Holy cow, we're running because we had to go get the scale.
Dude, that's a mountain.
I've never seen, but that's a,
Come on, baby.
that's a giant boundary out there.
I don't know. I mean, you just look at like, you just.
He's huge!
Let's go. Yeah. All right, guys, we just got out on the water. We had to do a little setting up. Our water temp right now, what do we got?
42.5.
42.5. Okay, so as you can see, we're in a bay right here with some grass. That is not what we're throwing. No reeds, anything. That time is kind of past. When it gets late fall and we drop down below 50 degrees, a lot of those bait fish school up and they'll be on like shallow rock structure and all that good stuff. So those muskie, walleye, all those good things are gonna be sitting around the edges of those rock reefs. So we're heading out. We're about to gun it. We're gonna find some rock reefs and we're gonna troll the outside. We'll kind of show you that setup when we get in. But we got the crew here. We're on the good old Warrior. We got everything set up. Sonar's going, side imaging. We're gonna be finding some fish here shortly. So stay tuned. Goal, 50+ inch muskie.
We'll see you in a bit.
Okay guys, right now we are just scanning, looking for bait. We got a rock reef out by that island. We're gonna troll around here in a bit, but first, in this cove, the wind is pushing all up in here. We have a rock bottom everywhere. So on that rock bottom, we're gonna troll anywhere on the edge of kind of the shallow part. If we can find a good bait ball, we'll start trolling there. The lures we're using today are gonna be from 10 to 14 inches. We're gonna be using big ones today. Muskies only, that's the goal. Or big old pike, I think would make us happy too, but. All right, we found some bait. We're gonna troll this bay kind of right along 6 to 8 feet. We're gonna hook up a big old planer board. That's the bait we're running. Thing is a tanker. We got 2 crankbaits, metal tips, so that way we can hammer the rocks. We got a natural colored one, and then the good old white. We're gonna run a planer board here, get it into about 5 to 4 feet. This one will be running out with no planer board in about 6 to 8 where we're driving through. That's the plan. Coffee?
That's the plan. That's what we're gonna do.
Hey guys, what do you think about this view? Trolling rods are set up. It's party time. We got them going. We got one shooting out to the side, hitting rocks in about 4 foot. We got one trolling out to our right here. And that one is just tagging bottom right in about 6 to 8 feet. 2 big ones. We're gonna get a third rod out here, but we're trolling right at about 2.5. I think the magic number is 2 to 3 from what I've gathered. So we're gonna try and stay right there. We found some bait here and we're just trolling back on that line we marked. hold up. You're probably like, Alex, I thought you said you were going to catch like 20 or so small muskie, 20 to 30 inchers. That was the plan. We were going to go to this feeder pond. We got we got permission to go with a friend that has fished there. Extremely exclusive. It used to be a DNR feeder pond where they'd raise muskie to bring other places. Ended up falling through. There was people, the guy that owns it had people there hunting that day. So we couldn't go. So we went out on the big water. As you guys can tell from the video, it's pretty choppy, but we did troll around a little bit longer. We got to be on the water maybe an hour and a half, and then it just got even windier. We couldn't get anything done. Nick almost threw over the side of the boat, but we put in good effort with hopes that Saturday would go better. Saturday we were able to get out on the water. It was beautiful. The morning was perfect and calm. We were able to get to some of those spots that we were hoping to get to the day before, some of those submerged rock reefs out of the reeds that came up on big drop-offs where we could run along the reef in water from we were in 18 to running some of our planer boards out to like 5 foot. So we were covering a lot of depths all along the rock reefs. Didn't have any luck. We were able to be out there not as long as we wanted. We got maybe 3 hours Saturday, and then the wind picked up again and it just got too much. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is we didn't get a fish as much as we wanted. We didn't catch a muskie, but we had a good time up there. We got to experience the boat. Also, if you guys can tell by this lovely drone footage, we got to try out the drone and put some new film in there, so that's exciting. And the main thing is we just wanted to share a little bit about some of our tactics and what we know works up there and what a lot of people use. Unfortunately, we didn't get any proof to show you that it works, but it's fun to get out there and it's fun to take a trip and hang out with the guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to close it off here with some tips and kind of show you guys what we were using. Alright guys, we just wrapped up day 2. Didn't do a lot of filming. You guys got some sweet drone footage, so that's new. We got to test out some new stuff. We tried out some new cameras. Didn't get a lot of action shots today. Between yesterday and today, I think we got like 4.5 good hours on the water. This morning was perfect. We were able to troll spots we couldn't get to yesterday. We were pretty excited about. We marked some fish. We had one bite. We put out a smaller lure without a steel leader, rookie, but we were trolling and we're like, oh, we could at least pick up a walleye or two. Something hit that and we had it on for a second and it broke off before we could even get cameras going or know what it was. But so we did have one bite. Other than that, not a lot of action, but I'll talk to you guys kind of about our strategy breaking it down. Obviously coming up here for a quick 2-day trip, muskie fishing can be rough, but the goal was a 50 incher. So what we were doing, again, this late, water temps I think it was 41 today. Yesterday was like 45 in some areas, but with the colder temps, the fish move out a little deeper and they're sitting on those rock reefs. So those bait fish, we were looking for bait balls being pushed up over rock reefs, submerged rock reefs, and then trolling around those edges just outside of the bait balls in about anywhere from 8 to 15 feet. So we were throwing these Mondos. Look at that. This is, I can't remember exactly. I think it's like 14 inches bait. Big old cranks. You can look at the tip. Jake from Minnesota bought these yesterday. Steel tip, and it is beaten up. That's what we want. You want these hitting the rocks as you're going. So we were trolling these two using bright natural colors is kind of what we were after. Trolling these two big dogs. We put on the smaller crank for a second and that got broke off, and the goal was 50. So we were trolling big stuff. We did stop and cast for a little bit today because it was so smooth and we could get into some of those areas and kind of hold our spot. So we casted some rock reefs, throwing the Medusa Bulldog, but with the triple tail. Another big bait. We were throwing some big jerk baits. The Rodfather's favorite bait, the Hellhound for muskie. This is very similar. It's a jerk bait style, a little bigger. This would be like the small version. So as you can tell, we were chasing after big ones. That was the goal. And we didn't have a lot of time, so we wanted to give it full effort. No bites, but again, trolled around those areas. The wind picked up, so we had to get off a little early here. It was hard to troll or hold any spots. That's muskie fishing. So you can cast all day, the fish of 10,000 cast, but we did at least get out there for a little while. This quick of a trip, we were lucky to have 3 really good hours this morning to get out there and fish and troll, and the water was smooth. That's pretty much it. We were running 7'6" rods when we were casting, extra stiff musky rods, and then when we were trolling we had 8'6" rods trolling on the big drum reels, running 65-pound test to steel leaders. But that was the setup today. That was kind of what we were throwing. Next time we're gonna come back, we're gonna get that 50-inch muskie. Jake, thoughts on the 50-inch muskie?
Yeah, I love the time we spent in the water. We had a good plan. We had some good action on our lures, but we just ran out of time. 4 hours for fishing for muskie isn't enough. That's the beauty of Mille Lacs. You never know what the weather's gonna bring.
Huge body of water, awesome stuff. We did bring some smallmouth lures. We didn't really throw them though, because with the wind we knew it was going to pick up, and we wanted to dedicate all our time to muskie, as much good time on the water as we had. But I think we're going to relax. Fishing's only half of it. It's good to get out and experience new stuff, hang out with friends. So I think we're going to warm up, and it sounds like we have some walleye fillets for tonight. So we're going to be eating good. But here's the spread. Some of the lures we were going. Here's some of the stuff I throw. This is my muskie box. There's Jake's. That thing's full of lures, but there's some of my bigger topwater stuff, spinners. I casted this a little bit today when we were able to hold that spot. Just a big spinner, lead weight right there, so it sinks pretty good. But no doing. This is the one I caught my first muskie on the first time we came up here. Didn't have the magic today. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and next time we're gonna get them.
Hey, feeling good, like I